transfer it on over. In the upper right corner, the obvious favorite, Doc Coaster. Maybe even not favored to win, which he is, but the obvious favorite just because we love him so. And then his opponent, Nigel, in the bottom left playing Zerg. So far doing very normal thing. Actually, what the frick? Is he extractor tricking? If so, this is the worst extractor trick I've ever seen in my life. Okay. No, he is not. He actually 14 hatch, 14 gas, 14 pool. What? This is odd, but Doc's scouting it. Like, he knows this is going to be more aggressive. We'll see how much more he drones up, but his Overlord is, like, just now starting. I think maybe Nigel thought he was on a different pop? Like, maybe he cancels this and Ling floods with Metabolic Boost? No, he's getting 2 more drones. But saving the 1 larva for Zerglings, I assume? So I'll have 2 larvae by the time it comes out. Yeah, 2 larvae. But these 4 aren't going to do a thing. Like, they're slow, so they're going to take so long to get across the map, and by then the Zealot will be out. And if you micro a Zealot properly, especially with probe support, like, you just win the fight. So basically what I don't understand here is, why would you expand and then Ling flood? Like, he's not even saturated on this base, and he is Ling flooding. We'll see how committed he gets, but I don't know. Like, he's got a full wall off here. This is what he's gonna want to try to do, is pick up the cybernetic score before the adept comes out. But there's a shield battery coming up. The adept is being chronoed. He knows Zerglings are coming. Oh, it wasn't in hold position. No. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. This is all of a sudden way better. Doc may just lose the game. He has nothing. The adept has to block any reinforcements. And maybe he... Oh, he lost the adept. Okay, never mind. GG. This is a really strange build. I've never seen it before. And I don't think Doc would have lost if he hadn't moved the Zealot. But at this point, like, how do you come back from this? I think you just don't. I mean, he's not... Yeah, he just GG'd. Bummer. Dang!
It's already over. It's done. Oh my god.
Dang, that was, like, I was sitting here, like, roasting this guy's build because it's just suboptimal, right? Like, there's no reason to take the second base.
It was really deceptive, though. I really like the deception.
Alright, let's get in the game too.
What university is this again?
Davis, UC Davis.
Yeah,
I am so freaking pissed right now.
Dude, that was the weirdest build I've ever seen in my life, and the only reason that you lost is that stupid Zealot.
I knew it was coming, and I forgot my freaking pylon.
the Zealot.
Ah! I'm so mad.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
Don't worry. I will bring us victory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will choose them so
Please, David.
skillfully.
I think this will probably go to the ace match, I think, because you should win, David.
What's the channel?
Actually, the channel is UCD versus UVU.
Jeez, they have quite the team.
Oh, Tiki's playing?
No, I'm not gonna let them do that.
Yeah.
If their captain's not here, they forfeit.
Yeah,
What?
like,
Yeah.
you have to submit it for, like, in advance for a reason. Like, if they wanted to adjust the time, like, say, hey, then...
It's like if they gave us a little more notice, I would have been okay with it, but no.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's messed up.
They're gonna sub out their captain for GT.
They can't.
Is it Tiki?
The penalty for your... I'm gonna look up the rules.
The penalty for your first player's sub is to forfeit map swap. Oh, okay. So
I'm looking up the rules right now. CEA Collegiate Rulebook.
I don't even want to play this game anymore. I'm so freaking done.
Rules. Let's see.
I always play like complete and utter trash when it matters.
That's okay. Like we can still definitely win this. Like even if Tiki plays, Nate can still win this.
What are his
Penalties for late lineup and substitutions. These penalties can be forgiven by captains by both teams, should both teams agree. But I don't think we agree though.
Yeah, which
Day 1 of a late submission, Oh my gosh, this guy's copy and pasting the whole rule book.
streaming and observing. Questions and disputes.
If a team submitting a substitution has forfeited map swap or has already performed a map swap, then the subsequent late submission of a game forfeit will be enforced.
Whatever.
That's what Nate just said. Game forfeit will be enforced.
Well, but like, you know, first they swapped the map forfeit, the map swap.
Yeah, but they didn't even map swap. So can you forfeit that?
They forfeit the map swap. They don't
But-
forfeit.
But they didn't even do a map swap like in the first place.
Should both teams agree?
That's if for giving penalties.
Day 1 of a late submission.
Where-
Wait, I'm so confused.
I'm trying to find where he's pulling it. Player disconnects, draws.
We don't agree though.
That says the penalties can be forgiven if both captains agree to forgive penalties.
Well, we don't.
Their
We don't.
captain's not here, unfortunately.
Team lead rulebook.
Wait, I'm confused. So we're gonna play?
So the penalty for swapping is they give up their map swap.
Yeah.
We can do that?
That's stupid.
Apparently.
Yeah. That's about I'm like we can still win this.
Dude, that's BS.
But that's pretty lame. It's like
Wow, this this guy knows his
Do this
lingo.
often?
Well, it's 20 years old, and I found out I'm gonna get $1,000 rebate if I get it. So,
Okay.
yeah, just
collegiate rulebook.
Caleb, dude.
gas company. So, yeah.
Our
Yeah,
captain.
I mean, their captain couldn't make it, but
Or what do you mean?
then
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man, the
He's
salt,
coming
in
over
the,
today just to
the
confirm.
salt in the
Right?
chat.
Yeah.
The salt in the chat.
So I think it's like I've shopped around a lot, and like, yeah, this is by far the cheapest.
What the junk?
Well, Tiki's a master player.
David is too though, right?
There's no money involved in this. Yes, we've done this before because people couldn't make it LMAO. And usually people don't have a problem with it.
no, no, just forfeit that shit. Fuck them all. This is like
David, are you ready?
This is a fucking official match. Why they? Oh,
I'm trying to find where he's pulling it from because I'm on it right now.
He linked the website link.
Yeah, no, I'm on the link, but I can't
David, are you ready?
substitution.
So,
I don't see it.
okay, sounds good. Love you. Bye.
no, I mean we don't have to play though because
David, are you
Alright,
ready?
There
Oh,
you go.
here we go.
oh.
Well, it's a little different when you like play a plat player, a low level player, and then so you're expecting to win, and then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna throw a master in instead because we didn't use our master."
I mean, yeah, it is. The rules are legit, but you know,
This wouldn't be a problem
Deal with
if I
it.
hadn't screwed up royally in the first
it's
game.
okay. Worse things have happened.
It's not okay. It's 2 weeks in a row.
You're good, mean. I
Yeah,
still love you.
yourself last week.
All right. Unexpectedly, we have Tiki in the bottom left, because this is Blackburn and not at the upper left, playing with the purple probes versus Gruffzar, who plays random, but this time has gotten Terran. Obviously, Tiki is not aware of this, but we'll see what direction it goes. So far, no proxies, nothing. Barracks on the side. And I think when it comes down to it, this is going to be a fairly close game. So Tiki is a high diamond, low platinum, or masters. That was the latest good luck have fun ever, but at least it happened. That's actually double barracks before. Okay, so this is a slightly unusual build. Double barracks. Most likely we're going to see like double Reaper production. But he sees everything. I'd almost rather the barracks be right here, just so he doesn't see the refinery going down. But he's gonna hide the probe. There's of course no reason to sneak a pylon in there. It'd make more sense to sneak a nexus in and then do a mass recall. But she keeps setting it back here. No way would he do that. That's ridiculous. No, he's just continuing to scout. It's a reactor, Reaper, and most likely we're just going to continue to see Reapers. So the advantage of Reapers is before there's a Stalker, pretty much anything that Protoss makes, can be kited. However, he neglected his Zealot in order to get that Stalker out. So he really should be fine. Yeah, double Reapers coming down. I would love to see a base come down pretty soon, but this is gonna die. Worker count approximately even. The only real question is, will he have enough Stalkers? And considering there's gonna be a shield battery at the front, I think yes. One thing that he did mess up, this is actually jumpable. So he's assuming that this is gonna be a defend at the front and didn't wall off the Reaper jump. So we'll see which direction it goes, but I think that as long as Gruffzar is aware that he can go around the back here, it should be okay. And he is getting a base, so this is not an all-in situation. He's just gonna get looks like 4 Reapers, or 5 Reapers. And a Twilight Council. So in our research we did notice he goes DTs frequently. But we'll have to see where it goes. So yeah, he is using that ramp. Gets 1, 2, 3, almost 4. But so far hasn't lost a Reaper, which is great. If he had like one more Reaper, it'd be so good. Easier to one-shot it. But he's delaying so much time. Like if we look at the income, it's not even remotely close. Like gas and minerals. And he actually can fight this as long as he's away from the shield battery. Oh, is he gonna lose it? Oh, that was so close. And one thing to note too is these Reapers are gonna regenerate health relatively fast. The surround is coming, so they're probably gonna get picked off. But once this is over, we'll be able to take a look at the unit's last tab, and is definitely favoring the Protoss player, Tiki. However, probes versus Reapers, that's 9 probes that were denied that could have been producing money. So I would say that while not ideal to get surrounded there by Gruffzar, it's overall acceptable, especially because he is on 2 bases, ahead on workers, and still has a higher army supply. So I would say that was generally good, especially because if we look at his vision, he did see the Twilight Council. So the follow-up looks like just regular Marine Marauder. Stim is on its way. No concussive shell first, which is not unusual. A siege tank is coming in. He isn't saving energy right now for scans, which is mildly concerning. You look, he doesn't have any of those missile turrets that can give detection available. But I think generally it's going to be okay. Like, especially because the Dark Shrine is still a few seconds away from finishing. There's no forward pylon. There's no Robo Bay with a warp prism. So they're going to have to be warped in at home and then make the long trek over. Blackburn is a very large map. I mean, the route isn't super long, but it generally is going to take some time for these Templars to make it over. If we look now, there is enough for a scan in one of these. Hopefully he doesn't meal right now, or that would be miserable. But I doubt this Dark Templar is going to get a whole lot done. Let's see how quickly he spots it. Oh, instantaneously. He knew. Oh my gosh. Well done. He sees the little blur and just annihilates it. And these are not cheap. 125 gas and 125 minerals. So that was decidedly bad. He's moving up to 3 bases. Is ahead on workers because of Chrono Boost. But if we look at the army supply, it's a little scarier right now. And I think Gruffstar realizes that and is starting to push out. He even has an engineering base so we can either begin constructing turrets for detection or to get those upgrades. Right now it's not being used, so a little inefficient, but that's okay. Third tank popping out, and the army gathers. Let's see. Tiki does see that there is an army coming, and so we should see instantly warp-ins coming as much as his money allows. Reaper going down. No detection currently for our Tiki. But since there is no armory, the Widow Mine is spottable. Oh, he almost got it. Yeah, there we go. Killing the production. He knows that there's this here because he's shooting away at the pylon. Yeah, he sees it. So this is going to be really hard to hold. In the back, he only has 1 gateway and a robotics facility that's currently unused. Maybe an Immortal would help, but they take quite some time and aren't particularly good against this. One thing that's kind of strange is he's just ignoring this. Even if he left 1 Marine in the back, that might be kind of good. Taking out the Dark Shrine, still not enough of an army. Building a base in the background as well as the armory. Ooh, and here comes the attack. There are 2 tanks already sieged up. 1 will be lost, but it looks like more of the army of Tiki will go down than a Gruffstar. If we look at the army supply, it still massively favors Gruffstar. And yep, Tiki does GG out because he realizes that. So, despite all of the worries from us about how this game would go, it looks like UVU does take it. And we move on to the next match. Well played, man. That was just really solid.
David.
Yeah, I feel guilty. I was watching for that because I
Kato, come to practice channel.
Yeah,
okay.
As soon as Kyle said Dark Templar, I was like, oh well.
All right, and now it is my turn. This is gonna be really hard. Ugh, because me and Kyle are playing against a Diamond 1 and a Masters 3. He is Diamond 2, I am Diamond 3. Or at least I should be if I don't lose 5 matches in a row on practice night. You ready for this, Kyle?
Yeah, let's go.
So I'm going to be going Roaches.
Are you gonna go Roaches?
Yeah, because they go Dark Templar and like Massive Link. If I recall our research correctly. I'm going to double check that. So...
Okay.
So he's an aggressive Zerg, and then DTs will be coming out. So I'll try to like kind of keep us stable as much as possible, because I don't think I can end the game against a Protoss Zerg. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to at this time.
Yeah, which I totally think you can do. And I practiced quite a bit on Polka the other night, so yeah, we should be good. Depending upon our spawn, I might want to take the left base, but we'll see. It's
Do you want me to go
no.
Widow Mines?
You can go Widow Mines. That's a good question. I don't think they're very good against DTs. Maybe like a drop.
So, okay, then may I ask you a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I need a detector. So
Oh yeah.
the overall detector in my base, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll get Lair I'll probably get it after my third base, but pretty quick after my third base. Get a little reconstitution quickly. Oh shoot, are we getting swapped?
Wait, what?
Are you reading the chat right now? So there's a fair chance they're gonna swap me out. Unless they want to do...
Wait, what are we gonna do then?
Well, let's see. Let's go back to the other chat. Okay, so...
Is this okay, Cadle?
Are you okay if I sub you out for me?
Dude, that's fine. Take your revenge.
What the fuck are they doing right now?
We're subbing a player out because we didn't map swap.
Kyle, you're playing still, just so you know.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're playing and I will make fun of you. I think you guys will be fine. I think you just have to remember to save some energy for a scan. And you'll be fine.
Okay, Nate, redemption time. Let's go.
I believe in you, man. I really do.
You got this. You got this, bro. Tiki.
Alright, I'm gonna hop to another child, Kyle.
Yeah, me too. Give me a sec. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I said not ready. Alright. Legit. Let's go.
They said they're not ready yet, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's sad. Cadle, I'm sorry.
That's okay, dude. I get this, and he needs to get his revenge. He needs
I
it.
feel like Doc is gonna need this. He's gonna feel a lot better if he wins.
Yeah, and I think they definitely can. Honestly, I think it's more on Kyle.
Oh, Kyle does pretty well so far. His performance has been really good. So
Yeah,
give
like
him,
he's inconsistent in practice, but when it counts, he's a good player. I'm just mad because I got my battle top knot for the day, and I don't even get to battle.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Just sub for next game.
Planetary Rush? Okay, I wish he would do it, but I think, like, Nate might actually strangle him to death.
Wait, so what's the thing?
What do you mean, what's the thing? What?
Wait, what?
What are you asking?
I'm confused.
Habiza's watching the stream, and so maybe that's where I'm having a conversation with him
Dude,
via
what is
Discord.
wrong with these guys? This guy's like taking back his word. He's like, "Oh, sorry, we posted wrong in our Discord," and then he's like, "Let me double check," and then, like, what's going on?
Man.
Dude, this is so messy. This is like the most
Yeah.
messiest games I've ever seen.
Yeah, we've never had an issue ever.
No.
This is and then this time people are freaking out, and Kyle is probably swearing at them in Korean in the chat.
Kyle's like, "Let's go."
I freaking love Kyle, man. The
Like,
energy
hurry
he
the F
brings.
up.
Is that what that says?
Yeah. It's like hurry up, dude. That's like literally what it's
Hurry
translated.
the F up in Korea.
That's hilarious. And we'll see you boys on the other side.
It's not like any of them can read that.
They probably can. This is in California.
Jeez. All right, in the upper left corner, Doc Coaster, the man, the myth, the legend, with Kyle, a man whose attitude just like warms my soul. Bottom left corner, people that I don't know as well, Nigel and Tiki. Tiki actually decided to not be purple this time, so there's that. I kind of like the light brew Protoss more, even though purple is my go-to. And then Nigel sticking with the exceptionally boring red, a good companion for Kuho, or Kyle, as I'm definitely going to be calling him this whole time, who loves Raynor more than UVU. Unacceptable. If we look over here, they love no one. Okay, he loves dope pylons. I assume this is like a Carbot reference or something, but it's been so long that I'm unable to understand. But nothing crazy happening. Nigel is actually doing a more normal build this time around. Kyle doing his thing, probably a Reaper opening. He generally does that, so literally not a surprise at all. We'll see if Doc forgets his pylon or any other valuable things. Nigel actually not sending his overlords across the map. Maybe he accidentally hotkeyed this one. But considering that their team did scout, I guess that's fine. No, they didn't scout. What am I? Am I insane? No, that was Doc Coasters. No, they did scout. Okay. I am losing my mind. And for failing to understand how the controls work. This extremely standard. Normally, actually, you don't get the 20th drone. Well, I guess you can. I guess I should say I normally don't get the 20th drone. I usually try to get 6 circlings out because I'm always afraid. But since they did get that scout off, it's fine. And yeah, I guess I probably should not talk about my suboptimal ways that I do in lowly diamond. But so far, literally nothing crazy. This command center is a little far back. You probably could build it like here or here. Not here because the guys will block it. But you could build it here, no problem, and fly it over. But, you know, it's whatever. He's saving a little bit of mining time, even if he reduces that. Just ever so slightly suboptimal. And that goes down having killed a single probe, which is actually, I think, fine. Like, he gets an idea of what they're looking at. Knows his probably a double adept opening. Yep, actually, even a third adept plus a robo. Or what am I smoking? Wrong player alert. Yeah, just the 2 into robo Dark Shrine, which I don't know, like, this is an expensive building that builds expensive units, and they know it's coming. They're 100% positive it's coming. And as long as Kyle saves a scan, actually, no, it doesn't even matter because a observer's being warped and even chrono boosted. So it just like genuinely doesn't matter. He needs to lift this up, Kyle. Kyle, my boy. Kyle, don't click on these. Click on this. Why is your command center not flying over there? Like, this is oversaturated. You don't need to keep building workers here. Kyle! Oh, gall. Well, we'll see what direction that goes. In the meantime, just lots of pylons going down. 2 gateways at the front. Really nothing crazy. Just a small force from Tiki and Nigel over here. I'm getting some damage done with the adepts. 5 probes actually lost, which is a pretty big deal, considering so far only 1 adept has gone in. Yeah, he's going to lose the 2 adepts, but that was 100% worth it. Look at the worker supply, and he's actually pretty significant. Oh, geez, UVU is very behind. Where are they putting all their darn money? +1 attack. Kyle, thank goodness. This is redonkulous. That needed to happen much earlier. But if we look at the units, 3 Dark Templar, seeing that there's no base being moved in, hopefully we'll see an instant reaction from this observer. Oh, there's already 2 in the base. Yeah, these are very dead DTs, and they're going to get absolutely nothing. But he sees this, right? Yeah, he should go shoot it. In the meantime, a little bit being done over here. 1 more probe being picked off. Really not that big of a deal. He did pull all of his, so I guess that's good. 3rd base already down for our boy Nigel. 3rd base about to go down for Doc Coaster, but they need to build workers is the real issue right now. It's mildly concerning. Yeah, they're so far behind. I mean, look at the income. We could even pull up the fancy map if I remember the hotkey for it, which I don't. Bummer. But There's gonna be some damage dealt. They should pull back immediately. This is not a fight they want to take. 2 go down. 3 go down. Yep, 3 go down in the end. Not really what you want to do. Typically you want to like bring him down this left side, but in the meantime we have Mutalisks. Thankfully Kyle does have a couple of Widow Mines, but they're a little out of position. He should move them. If we look at the number of units, right now there's 10 Mutas on the field, and Cloak Banshee dealing some damage. Focus fired the Extractor, which is not ideal. Spore Crawler coming, but no detection. Do they have any detection whatsoever? They do have an Observer, but it's out of position, and their Overseer just finished morphing in. So this Banshee is the MVP. Okay, he needs to... Yeah, he should have microed that, got more drones, but ended up killing 9 drones on their own. It's pretty impressive. Marines with no medevac being stationed over here. 4 turrets. That's a little much, Kyle, especially because you could have put 2 of them over here. You look at the upgrades, currently slightly favoring UVU, but it's really quite small, and it's... I guess once this +1 is attacked, then it's a significant deal, but they have their own +1 attack for Protest coming down. A little late at 7 minutes. Just barely being started. They do see that this army's here. He's going to be able to pick off some of these Stalkers, I think. No, they were correctly blinked back. But that's a lot of Widow Mines, and those Mutas aren't going to be able to do a thing. Neither are these Zerglings, the most basic unit of my main race, whose name I cannot remember. I strongly doubt this is going to do a whole lot of damage, but looking at the worker count, UVU is still behind. Doc Coaster is bringing himself up a little bit. The 6-7 now worker difference isn't too big of a deal, but Kyle really needs to have probably 20 or so more workers. Probably think about taking a 3rd base now as well. They did spot this Banshee coming in. Let's see, there is a Spore Crawler here this time, as well as an Overseer being morphed in, just in case. These Mutas should be able to clean it nicely. Let's see how many kills it ends up getting. So far, 1, 2, not worth. Yeah, can't do the same thing twice. In the meantime, this is actually going to get killed off. He doesn't get the cancel in time. Very good Zealot run by from Doc. That is actually incredible, and he's forcing all of these Lings to be pulled back. Just the good old F2 defend. Kyle, moving. Oh, does he have an armory? He does. So these are cloaked Widow Mines, and they're slowly pushing him back in. I think, well, this game is they're going the direction they may have necessarily wanted. It's going better than it looked 2 or 3 minutes ago for sure. The worker count is improving significantly for Doc Coaster, actually beating out Nigel the Zerg, which is unusual for a Master's level Zerg to have so few workers. But Mutiling Bane seems to be the name of the game. He is getting the Infestation Pit, finally getting those +1 upgrades for all of his units. But we'll see what he techs into. Most likely it's going to be Ultras, considering the +2 up. Oh, I looked away at the exact wrong time, but holy crap! What the junk! I thought he would be able to do something like that. That Disruptor was so far out of position. That's insane. He just lost probably almost all of those 23 Marines to that Disruptor. That is incredible. You look at his supply now, and it's disgustingly low. Okay, after that little hit, the game is looking harder again. Thankfully, they are aware of kind of what's going on over here. Without the Zerg support, they could be surrounded, but we'll have to see where it goes. Those tanks getting a couple of free shots, and correctly micros only loses a Marauder. Disruptors being caught out, 1 down, whole bunch of Stalkers being caught out. This is really good. This base is 100% going to go down, but thanks to these rocks here, it's going to be hard for them to get anything else. Additionally, this Disruptor might be able to be taken out. Yep, blinks onto it, gets the shot. Base does go down as expected, but getting rid of a couple of those high value units. Banelings hit, not incredibly good against Stalkers, but they're certainly doing damage. Kyle's tank's a little out of position. He should have moved them forward as soon as he knew that Doc intended on moving forward. Maybe Doc failed to communicate. We'll have to to see who's yelling at who in the aftermatch. But it's looking like GG. That's all those stalkers are able to take out the tanks. This number of stalkers isn't going to be able to fend it off. Economic damage being done, nothing here. And it just seems like the ability for them to remax is too high. He does decide to scoot back a little bit to avoid that tank. Gonna take out this base. If Kyle plays it correctly, he should be able to repair it before it goes down, especially if he brings it underneath these. But what is this? Oh yeah, he did send them. They just halved a little weird. But this army is pretty massive. If we look at the stalker count, it is 17 to 32. Not ideal. Ow, that was a nonsensical trade. Somehow that coaster was equal there. But really, they can kind of just move in, I think, at this point. Maybe they overestimate what their opponents have. But if you look at, they have vision all over the map. They have bases all over the map. More units are being warped in. Oh, okay. All the disruptors do get taken out. If we look at the disruptor count, there's only one that just barely finished spawning. So if he micros these two correctly, he should be okay. Oh, but the tanks, he chooses not to blink onto them. Definitely the safe decision. Maybe not the correct one, though. The Zergling's unable to take care of the tanks. One does go down to the Banelings, but this number of Stalkers just destroys everything. I think we're going to see a GG any second. Yep. Well played by all. Doc is probably not happy, but we'll have to see.
I'm sorry, Nate. That's rough. Let's see what Katel's saying. Oh.
What am I saying?
I don't know. I just have your stream, and you just have this giant smile. I don't know what you're smiling about, but
I'm just so sad. Like,
yeah.
It's the smile of defeat, you know?
I don't smile anymore when I lose. Because it just stings.
It does stink. But hey, I don't, like, this isn't over yet. So right now it's 2-1. We can win this next 2v2. Who's playing?
Me and Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle and Caleb. Yeah.
you guys should be good. They're not going to be able to map swap. Nothing
We're gonna have to go to the ace
easy
match,
like
though.
that.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Which, like, I mean, Nate, you can take it. I think you'll...
Is that a good idea at this point?
I mean, you're
It's
tilting
really-
a little bit, probably.
Yeah, I feel like emotionally, like it depends, like how you are feeling right now. But
Yeah, I think it's your
Caleb,
call.
If Caleb wins,
can do it
though,
too,
I
though.
feel like Caleb could try for the ace match as well. If we win,
I'm down.
if we win,
I think
Yeah.
I think you guys can.
we have to win this one though. That's conditional. Everything that I said is just
I feel
conditional.
like Nate made one little mistake though. I think Nate has probably a better chance, but go either way.
Where is Kyle?
Because I assume
Oh, he's on-
Tiki is going to be their ace.
Yeah, most likely.
How do you feel against Protoss?
Wait, is Tiki the
Fine.
Zerg player?
No.
Oh.
No, he's a Protoss player. Caleb, how do you feel about Protoss?
Did he win?
Caleb's not in this. He's not.
Oh,
in
he
this
already
one.
left. JK.
Yeah. But I feel like Caleb, his best matchup is ZVZ. So I thought this guy was playing Protoss, but I mean Zerg, but I don't know. I think both Nate and Caleb stand a really good chance.
Yeah, I think you both could do it.
It's kind of a hard call.
I think this map we should win, right? We have one Protoss,
I don't know.
one...
Let's say
Wait, is this
guys-
double Protoss?
this guy's Diamond 3 Protoss, and then the other guy is
Oh, Terran.
okay. He's like my level Terran. He's a DC
Eknoon?
Terran. So
Yeah, Eknoon.
it really depends. Like, I think we should be able to take this though. If Caleb and Kyle play right, like if they just macro really well, I think.
Is anyone streaming?
I am on
Okay,
Twitch.
On Twitch, okay.
Yeah.
Did you link that in the general chat?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay. Big pine cone.
Yes, sir, that's it. The good old Boshai Shishka. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The tilts are real. The tilts are real. But here comes the game. The game that'll decide if we can get to decide it all. In the upper half of the map, we have AGC. AGCI. Agnes being eaten by chlorine. I don't know. I don't know if that's an I or an L. Eknun. Eknun? Eknun. I don't know what the frick is happening here. Bottom half of the map. People whose name I know how to pronounce. Sojourn. And Kyle. That's definitely a Kyle. Sojourn. I'm gonna do some build guessing. Sojourn is probably gonna go roaches, because roaches are just safe, and everyone likes roaches except for me. I have grown to appreciate them, but that's it. And then Kyle, who is 100% going Widow Mines because the man does nothing else, which I love. Don't get me wrong. Well, Eknun, I know nothing about, but he is getting the double refinery pretty early, so most likely that's going to mean Reaper production. And then Ag Chlorine. I'm literally just going to call him Ag Chlorine, like Silver Chlorine. Silver Chlorine, no idea what they're going to do, but so far it looks very, very standard, just a gateway. The second pylon's inside the base, so most likely it's going to be slightly delayed natural. We're going to see maybe a cybernetics core. It's potentially a second gateway before? I don't know. We'll have to find out. The second gas isn't being dropped down, so it's most likely just going to be the cyber core. Okay, why are you going to build 2 refineries if you're not going to saturate them? Riddle me that. At the same time, it looks like it's actually going to be a factory opening. So, no players getting the really fast second. There are 2 workers here, which they certainly saw, but that's bizarre. Like, there's no reason to send 2 workers as a scout. Kyle, please kill both of them. And then the second base coming down. This is looking more and more like a 1 base all in, but this is... No, never mind. They're building that command center, and that's just kind of... I mean, the worker count's all the same, but they're so far ahead on their bases. You usually want... I don't know, like, I feel like this was delayed for no reason. Like, you could probably have Void Rays or Phoenix or Oracles out just like a second or 2 later, maybe like 10 seconds, with this base still being dropped down. But hey, I don't play Protoss, so could be wrong here. I like that the worker was picked off and never replaced. So well done by Kyle. We look at the location of its Reaper, it's just sitting over here just in case. It's concerned about the nothing. It's concerned about the nothing. I mean, the point of this Reaper is pretty much to die and get maybe a worker kill and a good scout. But he's choosing not to do that. Third base going down for Sojourn. So far, nothing too crazy. Pneumatized Carapace, actually. So that's most likely going to be for scouting purposes. There's a small chance that he'll choose to do the German taxi, but I don't think he really favors that one usually, and especially with the lack of extractor. Yeah, the Baneling Nest precludes that for sure. This is hilarious. A Overlord is spotting for a Reaper to shoot it as unfinished supply depot on the high ground. I have never seen this before, and I will never see it again. He should have just sent it in. Like, check out the tech. Would have seen the starport with the tech lab. Let him know there's a Raven coming. A couple of Zerglings coming in. Not really accomplishing much, but if you look at the worker count right now, it's same for both Terran players, and Sojourn is quite a bit ahead, as expected for Zerg, and with a slight advantage for the Protoss versus the Terrans because of Chrono Boost. Baneling Nest is finished, Roaches as well, being constructed. Most likely we'll see the lair in the next 30 or so seconds. Kyle with the Widowmine drop, unsurprisingly. This got a queen? That's pretty abnormal, but the workers are gonna be, or the Marines are gonna force it away. Command center, third one already down. So both of the UVU players run 3 bases. And it's kind of a reverse of the previous situation of being behind on workers. Now it's actually UVU that's ahead. He does lose a Overlord, which is a big bummer. Most likely the one over here, potentially over here. Wasn't paying attention, but he did have Overlords already in production, so not too big of a delay. Once again, taking a look at the workers, it's actually roughly equal when evened out, but right now we have some Zerglings getting some decent damage done. If we look at the number of workers killed, actually just one. They decided to go for the army, which is a little bit of miss micro there, but only 16 Zerglings lost, so nothing too insane. This is slowly picking away at the Widow Mines, which did get a couple of kills, but maybe not worth it. And they actually probably saw the carrier tech here. 4th base going down for Sojourn. Probably going to want to stick on what he has. Double Evo chamber. If we look at the buildings, there actually isn't a Hydra Den down. So it's going to be mostly up to Kyle to deal with that carrier, and they for sure have seen it now. There's no way that they don't know. Scan going down, can't see where because this isn't with the game heart mod. Big sad. This is, I don't know, this is kind of strange. This is like if you're preparing for DTs but no one's a Protoss. Like, there's not a lot of cloaked units that could be making their way over, and since the Ravens are using their energy for a whole lot, it seems like a bit of a waste. But hey, that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Kyle supply blocked, big. Super sad, but he is building 3 more now. Doesn't quite have enough for that supply drop. 2 tanks on the low ground. Could place them right here. And then they would see even further. They'd spot for themselves. But it's whatever. Blink Stalkers making their way across with the 1 carrier. That doesn't make the slightest of sense. They don't even have Blink, so I don't know what they were expecting to do over here. Blink up to the high ground. They're not Blink. A couple of mech units running around for EC Nun, Eknun. And oh, that's actually quite a bit of tech being added on all at once for Silver Chlorine. Let's see, is UV even aware? Yes, they are aware of this base. Have all the bases actually. I'm checking for just that second base. Managed to grab a worker, take it down. Worker count pretty equal. It's really just, oh, what is? I'm sorry, what? What is this? Sending the lone carrier in to face off against 20 Hydras. That's not gonna fly, my chum. Oh, and he doesn't have any more tanks here. As soon as this tank goes down, that's all the splash damage they have. And 2 tanks being sieged up in the back. This one, so far, just doing the single target. Yeah, this base is a goner. Tanks not being microed at all, and just gonna get picked off. This is so many Hydras, and if we look at the production tab, 8 more coming. Groove Spine's not done yet. He does have muscular augments, so they'll be a little better on offense. Ooh. I don't think he realizes those are DTs. And he doesn't even have an overseer on the field, so it's all down to the scans for those detection. A random singular High Templar. Yep, well, there's 2 actually. Not being morphed in. But this army is really scary. As long as get the scan off. Yes, yes, and all the DTs are going down. No more in the back lines, and this army is huge. If we look at the supplies, Sojourn is so far ahead, and he even droned up to 80 workers. And this very oversaturated base, they're going to lose 30 plus workers. No Storm. There actually is Storm. I take it back. I just didn't see it producing earlier. but no storms being used to any effect. Right now, this base is being kind of ignored. Presumably, they want to get on the production, but that's so many workers that they really should be able to take care of. But it doesn't matter. GG. Eknun had 23 workers, and this is going to the ace match, my kids. Ah, feels good. Well played. Oh, they're not even in the chat yet.
No.
Wow, Caleb was droning like a madman.
Good job.
Good job, Kyle. Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, he and I communicated well this time.
That's good.
Look at the APMs. They're
Where's
like
my APM?
all equal. Yours is 165. All equal, and then Caleb's like literally double everyone else.
Where's my APM?
165.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it is
I
ace
can do
match
it.
time.
Caleb, how are you
Do you
feeling,
feel
my guy?
confident?
What rank is he?
It's probably gonna be Tiki.
Tiki?
Protoss
Yeah.
player.
I feel confident against Steve.
Yeah. I could take Tiki.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how he plays his versus Zerg, but just be on alert for DTs.
Yeah.
Oh, kill that overseer and spores.
Yep, I'm gonna go for the. I'm gonna stay on the gas. Get the fast overlord speed.
Yeah, that would be good against this guy.
Yeah.
Yep, they're doing Tiki.
Yeah.
You're
No
right.
no surprises there. No surprises at
No
all.
surprises this time. Yeah.
Hmm.
I,
I bet
yeah,
Nate. I
I
bet Nate
do-
could beat him, but actually, I'm pretty sure you would have beat him.
I probably, but I'm just too like, just
Tilted.
out of it, tilted right now.
that's okay. That's a-okay. We'll play
After that game,
some mono
my
battles after
brain
this.
just like shut down after that game.
Join gate. Okay. I'm gonna take off.
Yep. Good luck.
Good luck. You can do it.
He can do it.
Yeah, he can for sure do it. It's not guaranteed, but he can do it.
Was the game pretty well?
You guys' game?
Uh-huh.
You guys' game was good, yeah. You guys played pretty solidly. I mean, their Protoss did some weird crap. Like, he literally...
He's
He had
building
one
like one
carry.
Like-
carrier at a time.
Yeah, and he suicided one into 20 Hydra. Like, why?
Yeah, when I saw their base,
He had
I was
3
like,
DTs that were
when I
just
saw their
chilling.
base, I was like, that's one carrier. All right, kill him. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, and you did the right thing. And then the Terran failed to siege up a lot of his tanks and just kind of streamed him in against an army that there's no way he could have beaten. If they just consolidated, they may have been in a better position, especially if they had like not stormed really poorly near the end.
Mhm.
Alright, let's see how this one goes, dude. I'm excited. I think Caleb can do it. They're pretty evenly matched, I'd say. This guy's a Masters Protoss.
Yeah, I think he can win.
I mean,
I think both of them have a good chance. Caleb's
Wow.
master. Oh, he's right now Diamond 1 technically. Yikes.
Honestly, Caleb just full heart 12 pool.
12
Like
12 pool is really good against Protoss.
Should I tell Caleb to do that?
And I don't think so. Like whatever he has in his mind right now, like he should probably just stick with it. I think like really, if he goes roaches against DTs, like he'll just be fine. Oh yeah, Sojourn can't play Terran. I'm going to the chat to tell.
He doesn't like to.
He got it.
Okay, he did. I was like, that would have been tragic.
I have a question. Is this a third and fourth place match?
Yeah, this is for qualifiers. So right now we are ranked
Okay.
7th out of, and these guys are 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine if we lose this, we don't get into the playoffs, but
Because
I
it's
guess,
top
like,
8, right?
Yeah.
I
I enrolled us in mixed pool play, so the next couple of weeks we'll be playing against corporate teams that didn't make their playoffs either.
Oh, that's
Oh,
lame.
okay.
We gotta win then. We gotta
yeah, I think we can win though. But see you guys when it's over.
Okay.
Wait, is he gonna 12 pool?
I mute. All right, so he's not 12 pooling. We have Tiki once again joining us for the 4th time, playing purple again. He apparently plays purple in solo, light blue in team games. We'll see. That's I don't know. Maybe he thinks there's like some kind of connection. Sojourn playing with the orange drones in the upper right, doing just the normal 16 expand, and then he'll drone up to 18, extractor, pool, and then back to droning. Looks like it's gonna be a 1 gate expand, most likely. Just, pretty normal stuff. But as the ace match, this is, where it all comes down. It's kind of terrifying, to be perfectly honest. Even just as a non-participant, the amount of pressure is really, really high. Yep, there's that. Everything being seen, he knows is perfectly normal. No crazy crap going on. Overlord's still going, but he probably expects that it's nothing insane. Yep, that 1 gate expand. We'll see the cybernetic score in just a moment. And then most likely followed up by a zealot. This is actually still open, so if Caleb does decide to go for like 8 lings, then he can probably get through before that 2nd gate goes down, but we'll see. Kind of depends upon how much is invested into the economy of Tiki. But he wisely is just keeping a probe on patrol here, checking to see if anyone goes out, whether it be a drone for the 3rd or any probes, drones, or zerglings, which again, I just do not know the name of apparently. Adept being chrono boosted out, most likely followed up by another Adept, especially because it's being rallied all the way over here. Checking for cheeses. Checking to see if he had missed one of those drones. Probe probably going to lose its life in exchange for intel, but acceptable. The Adept making its way out pretty much as fast as can be had. Right now, there's only 2 lings, but there are 2 queens. So we'll basically just see the aggression on the 3rd, I think, because it's unlikely that this Adept is going to be able to be anything. Unless he should get both of these Zerglings, I think. He doesn't. Shade in time zone. Looks like a no. Queen goes out to tell it no. And he does cancel the shade because he doesn't want to lose everything. Once again, that fast pneumatized carapace, just like he said, for that overlord speed. Right now, he has seen just a little bit over here, but enough to know what's going on. The Oracle being chrono boosted out, and only 1 additional queen in production, and only 1 extra queen. He should be able to fend it off as long as he macros correctly, but the Adept does get taken out. Not able to do a whole lot here. Just gets 1 more Zergling and get a creep tumor before he dies. But so far, the game is pretty even, about what is expected. Roach Warren going down, presumably in the 2nd here. Yep. 3rd base is finished. He sees the Oracle, and queens are immediately being moved to take care of it. He will spot the Roach Warren, so all in all, not a complete loss. And the Spore Crawler does get placed at both. Baneling-esque, so most likely not going to see Hydras too quickly, even though there is a lair coming out. He actually built that Roach Warren, but is not producing off it, which is a little unusual. Usually you'll see like a safety 3 roaches or something, if you do get that, and don't intend on doing any aggression with it. Right now it's just kind of doing its thing. 2 oracles this time. Gonna get a couple of drone kills. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then fend it off. The creep spread not being super good over here is a bit of an issue. Gets 2 more drones, bringing the worker count to slightly in his advantage. But most likely we'll just see a spore crawler like over here or here. Yep. And then these won't be able to do a whole lot more damage. Sojourn just mostly droning up. Third base is being taken for Tiki. And a whole bunch of gateways being added on, along with a forge. Charges being added, potentially for some Zealot run-bys, potentially for Zealot Archon. We'll just have to see. But the control of these oracles is really good. Against this number of queens, you'd expect to maybe lose one at a lower level, but he does keep them both alive, which, considering how expensive they are and the revelations that can help the army later in the game, definitely valuable. Overlord speed being utilized here to scout in. He's going to be able to catch the tail end of all of these gateways being warped in, as well as the +1 attack and something researching in Twilight Council. So he knows this is either charge lots or blink stalkers, but based on the composition so far, it would make a lot more sense if it were... Oh, wisely going to bring them back. 11 kills total for them. But nothing too crazy here. Look at the production tab. Hydralisks are underway. He never did build any roaches, which is kind of a bummer. Well, it's not an expensive building. That could be like three workers, and 3 workers can make quite a difference at this stage of play. I mean, look at the current worker count. Sojourn is behind, and it looks like it is going to be Zealot Archon. So the big problem playing against this, oh man, 3 creep tumors. The big problem against playing against Zealot Archon from a Zerg perspective is that you need something to keep them off of your Hydras, because both Archons, well, Zealots more so, but Archons also will do some pretty decent damage to Hydralisks. Hydralisks just generally out DPS them. So that means that the Baneling count has to be high enough to remove the really scary Zealots. But as he sees these here, and he knew that the Twilight Council was researching before, he should know that this is going to be a Zealot Archon. A lot of batteries going down just to play it safe, but he's economically ahead and equal on army supply, so it's not necessarily a really bad thing here. Ooh, he barely misses the army move out. And these Zerglings are going to get a Immortal and probably have to back out. Actually... No, he does decide to back out, especially after another Archon and more of those going in. Gonna Baneling busts a little bit, get in the main, and while these Zerglings of course will die, he's gonna get a good scout and hopefully a couple of workers. So worker count being dropped down to even. A lot of Hydras being lost for no reason. They should have been backed out because they had nothing on the front line supporting them. But considering he's building things on the back line and getting lurkers, which is really good, he should be just fine. Look at the buildings. There actually is not an infestation pit, so these lurkers upgrades are going to be really late. Queen being picked off here. Zerglings doing their best to help out, but with the arrival of the Hydras, oh, the Queen didn't even go down! Wow, that's actually a really big deal. That means his injects will be better, and he manages to save quite a few drones. That was well played by Sojourn. A little bit of a miss micro situation from Tiki. But he did move out, presumably just to check if there's a base here. I don't know. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. Does get a revelation off on this. More Hydra coming in to try to scare it away from those precious drones that cannot defend themselves. We'll see if he even drops a Spore Crawler here, which I anticipate he will. Oh, these are the MVPs of the game. These Oracles are slaughtering. 20 worker kills. Oh, my apologies. 16 and several Creep Tumors. The Adept got one of them, and then the rest were most likely by these. They're very low, but he just keeps them alive. Very, very well done by Kiki. Sojourn, once again, dropping on workers just because he's building buildings. And those pesky oracles. But most likely he'll just drone up again. Right now the army supply isn't too far off. And as long as he gets a couple of workers, which he is, he should be able to... Oh, but the storms! That's a lot of death! Okay, so he knows what's happening. He's definitely going to rally these over. Yep. As soon as they're done, they make their way over. And most likely he'll set up like right here. Okay, lurkers are there. He did end up getting the infestation pit, but as you can see, there are no lurker upgrades, so they'll burrow slowly and won't have their range, which is okay against zealots, maybe even good against zealots. But the number of storms coming in is really quite terrifying. He's probably gonna have to sack this base. His army's out of position. Yep. Pull the workers. Pull the workers. Sacrifice the workers. See, now he's listening to me. As soon as I tell him to do dumb crap. Ooh, and then the good storm. That against this number of Hydra, I suppose having 8 High Templar is okay, but maybe like C6. I don't know, just one more Archon. We'll have to see. Zealot run by on the side. Double expand here. Most likely both of them are going to be lost. Cancel, cancel. Nope, he does manage to kill it because it's so low. But the big engagement's coming. Storms, good micro. Does lose a Zergling unnecessarily there, but not too big of a deal. If he pulls back and fights behind this, these rocks are going to mean that everything has to walk straight into his lurkers. But he is going to take this fight here. Good engagement. Just picks off a couple of those. Nothing too crazy. In the meantime, those zealots did get into the mineral line, and they're going to be doing some damage. A little extra being pulled back, but that's okay. Good storms, and Sojourn's just not moving them. Yikes, he needs to fight under those lurkers. Those lurkers need to burrow right here, and then these ones need to move up. Despite the good storms, it's actually not too crazy, and considering that he hasn't started mining on this base quite yet, Tiki that is, it's not as bad as it looks. Good force fields, managed to pick off a couple of extra Hydras there, but the lurkers just keep doing their thing. What's more is they're unaware of this base here. So as soon as it finishes, he'll be able to move some of these oversaturated drones, as well as continue adding on additional drones. Ooh, a couple of these Archons being caught out. One of them dying unnecessarily, and as well as these Zealots just getting picked off. Oh, another Archon's gonna die for nothing. Yikes, that was... Tiki's micro has been great this game so far, but that was a pretty serious blunder. Another base going down. More Zealots in the main. The Queens are going to be able to take care of it as long as he transfuses. Transfuse! Transfuse! I even pressed T instinctively. He lost the Queen. Is getting stasis here, but considering he already had a couple burrowed in the back, that's just great. Does have adaptive talons, but not size 6 spines, which he just barely began. But as soon as the stasis ends, he should be able to move in some lurkers right here. Ooh! The stasis banelings are actually kind of good for Sojourn. He could push in right when they move, and they could either back off or run straight into these baneling and run straight into banelings, or stay in position and just kind of die. But it looks like he's gonna just send the Archon to tank this. Ooh, a single carrier currently out, 3 more in production. But some Zerglings running by. They're not stasis, they're just stupid. He must have accidentally hit hold position. Oh, but Baneling's in the minerals! Oh boy, he does spot the carriers, so he should know to add on more Hydras, which he does. If we look at the units lost tab right now, slightly favoring... Oh, no! Take them back, take them back! Slightly favoring the Protoss, but that's kind of expected. And Sojourn decides to cut his losses. Not enough Hydras to deal with the number of carriers that are coming out. And just moves back. Zealots once again here. If the transfuses are done, they should be good. Yep, transfuses are being utilized. And so really nothing's going to be lost here. This base is up and mining. This base is up and mining. And if we look at the income tab, it is definitely favoring Sojourn. With almost 700 morales per second more. In the meantime, a repeated move out. I don't know quite how I feel, but he's going to catch more of them kind of off guard. No, it's fine. Turn and face. Yeah, he's going to be able to pick off a couple of those for free. He does lose a Zealot or 2, or a Zergling or 2, but it's not that big of a deal. In the meantime, more of these engaging. Nothing there to defend, but the army eventually just go back when they see the number of carriers there. manage to get a spine crawler. Most of the drones are pulled. 3 of them do pop out and eventually get killed. But once again, not too shabby. It's actually going slightly closer to being in Sojourn's favor as the game goes on. And what's going to be really hard is taking that 5th base for the Protoss, because right now their main is practically, no, it is like entirely mined out. Even their 3rd is getting low, with their 2nd very low. We'll see if this army is able to catch out him. And yep, he's going to have to... Oh, he does actually back out. And that Lurker corpse floated straight into the camera. That's hilarious. These Lurkers here, gonna do some damage. We'll see how long it takes. Yeah, I do get quite a few shots off. Good storms. No Lurkers in the back, which is a problem. If we look, there's actually no Lurkers at all. It means these Zealots are gonna be able to have free reign. Hydras or Vipers just being rallied into their deaths. Big bummer. That was an F2. But these are gonna... Oh, target fire the low one! Yes, he does manage to get the carrier, but this base in the meantime loses all of its workers. Worker count currently actually favoring Tiki due to that. But once again, workers don't matter so much when you don't have a mining bases. He needs to expand. But Sojourn deciding to continue to lay on the pressure. +3 attack. If we look at the attacks here, +3 attack as well for them. And then no Carapace, as well as no armor for the Protoss, so roughly equal on the upgrades there. Or at least they will be in a moment. Lots of Zerglings out right now. A couple of Hydra, but no Lurkers, which I think maybe 2 or 3 being mixed in is good, just to take care of those Zealots. But as a general... all of the Hydras get taken out on move command. Literally every single Hydra he has. There are 3 Vipers now, but, I mean, they're not going to have energy. He's going to have to sack both of these bases, I believe. He's got to back out. Let's try to save the drones so he doesn't have to remake them. In the production, 11 Hydras coming, but against this number of carriers, it's going to be a little difficult. And he does GG as he understands that he doesn't have what it takes to deal with it. And that's it. UC Davis does end up taking it.
153 workers created. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a bummer game. It was a bummer indeed. It was close, but when he lost all of those Hydras,
Yeah,
that was just no coming back from that, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well,
You should have sent me
those
in,
of you
guys.
yeah. Those of you that watched, thank you for supporting UVU. Happy to see you guys as always, and join us next week. They will win.